I am Father Sunny Augustine, a Jesuit from India. Like many others, I too have an interesting vocation story. Some say it was an accident, but I would like to call it a sacred accident that changed my whole life. A cannonball hard to strike and to knock St. Ignatius down for him to realize his vocation. St. Paul had to be knocked down in order to realize his vocation. Similarly, I too have an experience of being taken away from my home to more than 3,000 kilometers away to an interior village in a tribal area in Nagaland. I stayed with the Jesuits there for 5 months for my educational training. We call it Bachelor's in Education. But within those 5 months, I realized something beautiful about Jesuit life. That was the first time I met the Jesuits. I stayed with the 2 Jesuits whom I really admire. One was a good administrator, and the other Jesuit was a good mother. Both of them made a perfect combination for me and for my vocation. At the end of my 5 months of training there, I fell in love with the society and the Jesuits. Then I decided that I would like to be a Jesuit, like one of them. But there was a lot of opposition from my family, and they mentioned that it was not for me. So they asked me to come back home and no need to continue the training. I went home after 5 months of my stay with them. Then I had 2 months with them in the family, December and January. Those 2 months I really struggled to make a decision about my family and my future. At last, I decided in February 1987, I left home, lying to my parents, saying I was going for my studies. Then I joined the society. For the next 3.5 years, I did not have much contact with my family and did not go home either. I had my first 3 years of my Jesuit training, the novitiate, and in the juniorate. Then I went home. By that time, it was almost everything settled down, and they did not have much an opposition. I know my life has been a beautiful experience. Everything has been planned, carefully planned by God. That has been my experience. When I was at home, I had, of course, being the first son, the responsibility of sharing the responsibilities of the family. My younger ones looked up to me for guidance and help. But after I left home, I realized that they had always good company and always had protection. They did not lack anything and they were comfortable. That made me realize that God will take care of my people. Even if I'm not there, they will be there to take care of them. He will be there to take care of them. In the society, I really enjoy my companions. I enjoy my life there. I traveled 3,000 kilometers to go to a new place to realize my vocation. And that new place became my home. It's a tribal area. People all are far from the modern facilities and the technical and technological advancements that we often enjoy in my hometown. But then, something that struck me in that place, I realized that the joy that the people radiate, the joy that they share, the happiness that they all have, even with the little things that they have, the willingness to share, this all made a difference in my life. Now I stand as a Jesuit and I feel this is the vocation and this is my life, and nothing can change this decision of me anymore. And I don't think I will ever be happy in any other vocation than this. I used the word, God carefully planned my entire course of life. I stayed at home, I was happy. When I went to the Northeast where I work now as a Jesuit, it made me happier. And I found that everything that my training, my interest, everything coincides with this beautiful experience of God guiding and directing me. It is a life that I can never substitute with any other. Nothing else will give me the kind of happiness and joy that I experience in my life now. And I feel this is my choice. If you ask me, what makes me really happy to be a Jesuit? Working in interior places with the people who are really joyful, they teach me something beautiful about life, that there is something beyond this life. That is the joy that we can share, the help that we can offer, the joy that we also can give to others by being a Jesuit. And that's going to be my life. Thank you.